Is it weird that before we hung out, I was like Google searching and I like Googled things kids like these days. Kids. He's not a kid, he's a legal adult. What's going on, everybody? Today, as you can tell by the title, we're gonna talk about a dating experience that I've had recently. I feel like so much is changing so quickly in the dating world, and I feel like I definitely have a very different philosophy about dating than I had even 5 years ago. So I'm in a new phase of my life where I'm single, and I've barely ever been single in my life. So I'm really enjoying that and learning about myself and spending time with my friends and learning about what I like and what I want. Dating is kind of in the back of my mind, but that does mean that I'm not open to go have dinner with someone and share ideas and talk to someone, especially if I'm attracted to them, right? Because we all have needs. But first, I just want to say a quick thank you to our sponsors, Scentbird. Scentbird is a monthly subscription service that allows you to sample a ton of different fragrances and cosmetics and skincares, all kinds of stuff. How it works is for 15 bucks a month, you pick a fragrance and they will send you a little capsule in these little bags. Every month you can try something different. You get a 30-day supply in here, it comes in there, and it's all like name brand, nice quality stuff like Prada, Gucci, Versace. This is Legacy by Kenneth Cole. The bottle's like these little like screw tops, and you like screw it up, and then there's the little squirt. And because they partner with all these cool brands, you're getting the authentic scent and not like rip-offs or watered down stuff, so it's actually really good quality. Plus, if you want it, they have skincare and wellness and makeup and everything, so definitely check out their website and see what all they have. So I got the Kenneth Cole. This time I also got Rag & Bone Cypress. I love the smell of like pine trees and like lemon. That's my favorite. That's definitely my favorite. They also sent me this time Burberry for men. It's insane. Actually, this first month, if you use my coupon code, it's neighbors30. I should put it on the screen there. You get 30% off, so it's only 10 bucks to try one of these like cool scents, and there's no like obligation. You can just go in and try some. This is a really good company, and they're very supportive of us and the LGBT community. So if you like wearing nice cologne and you want to try them out, please check them out. You guys, they're really cool. So I'm on dating apps, and man, they've even changed from since whenever I was using them a long time ago. Tinder and Grindr, there's a dating app for everyone. There's a lot of work. You put a lot of work into these things. Like, you get kind of consistent in checking them, and you have to be really careful with that. Make sure you spend time with your friends. I got a message from a guy, the usual, hey, what's up? You're cute, the whole regular kind of thing. I look at his photos. I mean, you know how this goes. He's hot, he's like medium toned skin with like really dark eyes, really dark hair, kind of short, kind of a smaller guy. I thought he was very cute in his photos. He used a face picture, and I also use a face picture that I like. His profile was pretty empty, whatever. And I see that he is 19 years old. And I mean, I'm 29, like that's a 10-year difference. And I don't really think much about age differences, especially with other people. I think my filter is set higher than 19. I think my filter starts at like 21. Not like for any specific reason, I guess, but it's not that I'm not interested in people that are younger or that I don't take what they have to say seriously, because I definitely am interested in what the younger generation has to say. I mean, obviously they are our future, right? So it's important. I'm in a place in my life with my own insecurities where I know what I'm focusing on, which is myself right now, and I don't really want anything very serious, and I have this like stereotype in my mind about younger people and being immature. I'm afraid that they're gonna get very emotional or impulsive or infatuated. I see that they are probably like what I was like when I was that age, at a 19-year-old kid living in Arkansas, so, and which is insanely different than how I think now. Some small chatting on the app or whatever, and I'm playing League of Legends. Obviously, it's a Saturday, that's what I'm gonna be doing, playing video games. He says that he also plays, says, hey, maybe we should add each other, let's play. And I'm thinking, well, okay, that's actually kind of cool, let's play. So I add him and we play some video games together. Haven't even met this person before, but I had fun playing video games with him, which was cool. That's kind of like a really easy way to like not commit to hang out with somebody, but also like to kind of talk to them. Just, I don't know, it felt easy, it was nice. After we play a couple of games, he was like, I know this is kind of random, but my friends want to go out tonight, I don't really feel like doing that. And I'm like, are you even old enough to go out tonight? Because you're 19, can you get into these places? I mean, you can, I guess, but like, He says, I'm not actually gonna go out. Like, would you wanna go get dessert or get some cookies at this dessert place that I like? I do love dessert. Okay, yeah, let's do it. That sounds fun to me. Milk and cookies. Of course. Y'all, I get there and he is even more beautiful in person than he was in photos. Just so handsome. I mean, he kind of looked like, you know, Keenan Lonsdale is from Love, Simon. Kind of looked like him, a little bit different. His face was a little bit wider. He was so beautiful. He was so pretty. And his eyes, like, he was like a light brown kind of, I guess, like dark light. It was like light brown. It was very pretty. You know, he definitely looked very young. I was like, do I need to check his ID? Is that weird? And then I started thinking about it because it came up later in conversation that he was born in the year 2000. I was born in 1990. That's crazy to think about, right? Boomer. I got the best frosted brownie that I have had in a long time. You know, we sit down, we make some jokes about the age difference, and like, it was right off the bat, he was a funny guy. We had great conversation just about music and books. He's a big fantasy nerd like me, plays a lot of video games. We connected on a very good level. He was definitely interested in some things that generationally I am not. TikTok. Sorry guys, I can't get in TikTok. I can't do it. I just am not like, I'm not funny, so like, that's just not gonna happen, but rip Vine. You know, we watched different things growing up. I mean, some of the same stuff, but like, I watched like That's So Raven. He didn't really know what that was. Eventually, we started talking about relationships. He grew up in near a big city, whereas I grew up somewhere small, and experienced so much more in his teens than I did. Like, his firsts and his experiences and exposure to relationships was very different than mine was early on. So his mentality about it was a lot more similar to mine. So it just made me think, you know, well, you are a person based on how you are raised and what you're exposed to, and just because you're younger doesn't mean you haven't been exposed to certain things. And what had exposed him to all these things and made him think these certain ways made him very similar to how I was now, and it just blew my mind. When I was 19, I was still thinking, I'm gonna get married right away. I'm probably gonna have kids and live this very, you know, go to work, come home, watch TV, maybe travel 1 week a year, like very like normal, like what I had portrayed as a very like heteronormative life, hang out with my friends every now and then, but like be a part of this other couple. And like now I don't really think like that. I think of myself as this really cool thing, and if someone else wants to come and enjoy things with me, then great. Or, you know, we can make each other's lives better, and like, this mentality for me is very new, and that's like how he's thought all along. It was so weird. At least that's how he presented it, right? I mean, obviously he could be making some of this up to appease me, but it was just that he kind of seemed to understand how important communication was. And everyone says, I like honesty, but like when he was talking about therapy that he's been through, or these relationships that he's had, and going very deep into some of these, the troubles and like the good things and like how he thought about them, it was obvious that he's at least got some experience with some of this stuff, and it blew my mind. After a beautiful date, and some delicious desserts, and kind of sat there for a while and looked at pictures of things that we've done. He walked me back to my apartment. He met Arbor, my dog. We ended up watching some stupid Netflix thing about like a dating series or something like that, but we didn't really watch that much of it. Did a little cuddling. And then, yeah, after an episode or two, he went home, and it was a really good time. I had fun. I said, hey, let's hang out again. Great. After he left, I started to think that was really fun, but I hope I didn't give off signals that I want to do this every day, or that I need something more consistent or something like that. What was so cool was that like we were texting about it and talking about like what we kind of like were expecting, and very open about like the information that he and I like were feeling about how like we should talk and like how we should proceed, and just the openness about it, and like how like he was like, I have no expectations. I like being around you. Let's hang out. Like, and like, I don't really want to date either. I'm at this specific point in my life, but like having someone around me that I enjoy being around is really all I care about. And so like, if we hang out again, let's do it. And just that openness was like, whoa, from a 19-year-old, like that blew me away. I didn't think like that when I was 19. So, you know, just time went by. We went our own ways, did our own things. Again, eventually we made more plans, and we ended up hanging out, and we watched a movie, and I was able to look past the age, and that worked really well. And now I feel like I've got, and this was a while ago, so I feel like I've had this like connection with this person that provides me a friend with benefits or whatever, and like I get out of that what I need from someone that like I wouldn't have initially thought that I would have been able to like have that connection with, because of my own feelings about what I thought someone like that was. All this to say that you can't generalize an entire group of people, like young people or like an ethnicity or a type of person, because you don't know all the people in that group. You can't say I don't like any one of these things because you don't know all the people that are in that group. It's really rude of you to like rule out an entire group of people that there could be one person in that group that could be really nice for you to be around. And I've kind of learned that, right? I thought, you know, no young people, but maybe some young people involved in my life. That's beautiful and that's great. And I love that I was able to learn this. And yeah, maybe we'll hang out more. I mean, life is really long. Nothing has to happen today. Maybe I'll hang out with someone else. Maybe he'll hang out with someone else. That doesn't bother me. Communication is the most important part. And I just didn't expect someone this young to have that good of communication, but man, was I blown away. Y'all, he was so pretty. Oh my gosh, he was so sexy. If you guys like the dating story videos, be sure you leave a thumbs up. Be sure you go check out Scentbird. Thank you guys again for sponsoring this video. Have a beautiful rest of your week. I'll see you guys soon. And remember, never stop learning.